where they inside the act for help we, for plan, for let the people then plan and identify them priorities in order for move things then at the local communities. We don't engage with the World Bank as we talk, and they look very, very positive. For say that community engagement then are the only way forward. But I want for really end this particular part now for actually say, you know, decentralization, we cannot get it wrong, and it's the only way to go. There is no way we will need for reverse that, and in fact, as I speak, we don't work on the chapter for decentralization we within the Constitution, because the National Constitution of 1991 no actually get decentralization or local governance in there. But from all the findings, we will get people they want follow entrenched down there inside the Constitution, and that chapter they already don't develop. And so local government is here to stay. All we need for doing now for actually strengthen them as they move forward. I'm going so far for now.
Voice of maturity and voice of action. That's what I would call them. Definitely one of the hardest working ministers with a very massive portfolio. But I want to ask a very direct question. Would also get the status of the composition of we council them. I know say we get Madam Yabum Naya from Tonkolili would already take office. In my news, report say the Honorable Vice President we don't go around. So are our local councils fully constituted now? Ogesai they will not reach it. So I don't swear in all man don't come. This is not the breaking news. All man are in house if all man don't come.
All the formal swearing ceremonies and don't take place. Of course, if Fambu then can remember, we'll be there for go south, we'll go east initially, before we come western region, and also we go na the north and the northwest. So the initial one then we say we've been doing the south and the east. We still get a few people that we need for swearing, but that one and we will left down there for let the administrators, the council administrators, for let them actually induct them for no waste time. But the wheel of local governance, it don't set to pace, it move very, very fast.
Wonderful. So Fambolena House, you councilor them, you chairperson there, you mayor them. Waiting the government need for do for sets them up, for let them take on them task, for let them start them work. Government don't do them, they don't swear, they're all in, and they don't begin for work for you. One of the things that we will be call for, we pray for, we plead for, now that the people that will vote for, they will local leader, yeah, then deserve representation. And we tell God thank you through the leadership of His Excellency the President and the leadership of the leader of the All People's Congress Party, with Dr. Samora Wilson Kamara. We see say peace don't come. The one way for take them seats, don't take them seats, and we'll go forward. So make a can now to you, me own dictator, full disclosure. I'm a dictator Dandy. We've been there for big college together, we've been there radicals together, and I'll be the dictator, me I'll be the pen pusher of the Almighty Radicals Club. So now a dear friend of mine, no apologies to Yusuf Keketawa Sandi for that. Dictator Bonafa, Chairman Bonafa, I call you Chairman Bonafa. You direct the decentralization secretariat. You minister just say decentralization are the way for go. I want to explain to people and very briefly what thing una mean by decentralization. What you do, what thing you work, how you make sure say decentralization happen. And any important updates when it comes to decentralization, we don't happen in the past few months, we will let Fambole know.
All right, thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information, Civic Education, Mayor Minister, the Minister of Local Government, Deputy Minister, sir, we Chairman at Tonkolili District Council, members of the 4th Estate, National Corner. Good afternoon. You know, my minister don't rub much per plenty of dents in them. I will touch on the technical points them small. Where it talks in 2002, where the war officially end, where TRC don't then recommendation them. Then find out say one part the strongest reasons that we make the war come in this country now because of over-centralization. So it was a high point for let them decentralize, let them go back to local government, and let them begin work. Because, make we not forget, say, they then pull out in 1972. The reasons they're not being enough for make them pull them. But because they pull them, the backlash, now we can suffer in 1991, we caused that war. So as a responsible government then, the Tijan Kaba-led government, as he said, no, it was a trigger bill. Not be a bill, will not be a trigger bill. So quick time, in 2004, then get the Local Government Act. We bring about local government and say, then for decentralize the functions. This decentralization, what would they talk about? They show, say, we for maintain what they call the principle of subsidiarity. Say, then functions, then services, them, we therefore perform for somebody in a Kailaon district. Now somebody who is inside Kailaon district for perform them functions then. Now them they talk about. Say services then for deliver closest to the people then. So now that they be happen inside the decentralization. I'll come to the different types of decentralization then, but I want to tell you now how the secretariat have come about. When they passed the law in 2004, then they realized, say, we don't pass this law, but we don't really get a technical outfit for able to provide technical backstopping for the Ministry of Local Government. But then they don't pass the law down. So it became a cabinet conclusion for make them get decentralization secretariat where you function, now before perform technical functions, them train people, them give capacity building to the councils, them and monitor the councils, them. So now under the Ministry of Local Government today, this decentralization is in different forms. One of the forms them, now devolution. Devolution means say some power the way the government get now the central, then get for left and for go, now the local councils them. Now in a devolution. And the devolution they come in 4 stages. The first stage, now the functions we are talking about just now. For example, if now government be they make furniture for them school then within a Kailaon, government now they give that function they to the councils then say, una make them furniture them now. They don't devolve that function they. But when you devolve the function, you supposed to devolve the money. So when you devolve the functions, you devolve the funds. The money for follow the functions them go. So you define out say every function where you devolve, the money get for go that function there. So now I make you find out say inside the 2004 Local Government Act, where you go to the statutory instrument of 2004, plenty function and they will then devolve. Up to 78 functions, then they will then be devolved that 10. But find out say from that 10 up to 2018, now only 54 functions they will be able to devolve to the councils them. Some they will unfunded mandates them. No money, not the follow them funds them. So then they go past donor they intervene before you able to carry out them functions then the councils. But apart from them 2 things then, we get what they call devolution of personnel. If you don't care the funds go, you don't care the functions, the people them, you for devolve them within other sectors them. So for now, the sector heads them, they're not devolved. They only position them, now then ministries them, now then councils them, now then they work. But then they work with the councils, but then they not the ministries them. Then suppose for devolve them. We also get devolution of assets, we now the property them. If you devolve agriculture ministry in a Kailaon district, everything we get for do agriculture, now the council supposed to get them. If you devolve, for example, prisons, now the Kailaon district council supposed for manage them. So now then team them we get another place. But when this government come in 2018, we realize say things they're not go right because the act came into play in 2004. Then the policy, one of the decentralization policy will be supposed for inform the act, it came in 2010. So you find out say the one way for informing company and come much later than the one way for inform. So we get a lot of inconsistencies then inside the act on functions, whether for do a thing, whether not for do a thing. So now make where this government come, the government, the president manifesto be say, for review the decentralization policy and the local government act inside first term. And this ministry, you will do that day, will perfect term, the policy, we don't popularize as we speak now there. We team then at 8 of the district, then they go about for do the popularization of the decentralization policy where they go on now. So now part of them work then the decentralization secretariat they do, and they give backstopping to the ministry. We don't design road map. We don't do the MOU for all the ministries them in this new act. If you look at this new act, you look at the schedule them, you will see the functions then we don't devolve. Because what may happen, government say, okay, we'll look at the things then, something then they will practically impossible for devolve now. Or say if we devolve them, it will be a burden on council. So government look at all the technicalities them and put people them together and say, so what would they do? Make we look at the functions that we don't go. Function A, council say we handle now, yes, then put them. Section function B, can't say no, we expunge them from the list. So this new list will get now list the whole thing say the councils them for able undertake. And after elections, we don't do letters to them ministries them for remind them about the MOU will be made with them for make we get the signing of that MOU. The interministerial committee on decentralization, now the committee will get the overriding power for look at decentralization activities, and that committee then the Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, now the chair of that committee, the Honorable Minister of Local Government, now the Secretary in that committee, now then they sit down at that committee, they provide the professional and technical secretariat for that committee. That committee not be done sit down it, because like way Minister Babi say, the president wants an inclusive and open government system. We brother them sister, they not be done it. Now I make that committee not be done sit down for report on the activities and for take up the MOU with other ministries and for sign. So far, that's now I want to make one know for the centralization. If there are other questions, we'll be ready for take them.
The chairman. Now we know Mr. Bonafa, we also know say na been chairman as well. So he don't serve as well. Na the Kailaun District Council, and I've been the chair there. In fact, you know, and also a lawyer. So they're in a very good place. But Fambulem, I will tell you, I say one of the people who are really glad they were joining with today from what they do the press conference here. Now we next speaker. Because the vision we His Excellency gets, I follow get an inclusive government. Waiting we serve the try for do now the Ministry of Information and Civic Education, as soon as I don't see. Now for sure say this platform we get for provide information to the people of this country, not to we no more within the central government, or we no more within the ruling party for Kaya. This is an opportunity for all talk as Salon people them. And other people we hold power, whether in civil society or private sector or the opposition party or local leaders or paramount chiefs or then self when they get something for share, we gladly for let them come and use this same platform and talk to una the press and talk to Fambulena House. And one of the leaders the way they serve in second term right now, when are one of the few women then at the north, when a strong political leader, we don't show say he will win election, he win and fair and square. He beats me own party, I agree. But now so the country for dinner, we all get not also APC and SLPP. We can disagree with campaign election. We go with all on. But after the election, now one green country we get. And at that, the ambassador, the decentralization team, they all they try for put word. So, Chair Yabum Sise, I first tell you plenty thank you when you come. I want to ask you, based on what you don't talk, you've been non-serve force. Now they may elect you, but you've been waste time. You said been waste time, small for come. Also, but we're glad now you don't take your seats. I want to make you talk to Fambulem about how Tonkolili District Council day. What's not the major issue the world now want address? What's not the plan the way you get now where they don't make you chairperson, and how them plan then they connect with waiting the minister and the director just talk about for devolve function, for do decentralization, for loan raise revenue. What's your own contribution to this talk?
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Information and Civic Education. My own minister and boss, when Ambassador Tamba Lamin, of course, me two brothers then I have. The media, where they are with you today, the staff then, now the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, on a good afternoon. I'm glad for they are today. I want to take this opportunity for thank the government, my own party, the All People's Congress Party, the dialogue team will be come for can make peace so that we all go there as one. Peace and unity. Because we say peace day, we say unity day, now the development will thrive. So I want to tell them all thank you. Because we don't sit down 8 months, we no work. And that 8 months now a long time for sit down because I know the work within a council. I also want to tell me Tonkolili Pupude Boku thank you, where they elect me in 2018 as the first female chairperson of we districts, and they also re-elect me, where very, very unprecedented. Every chairman who done day, now one term it is served. After that, you are out. But me come because of the work what I do for me people there, then gladly and then overwhelmingly vote me in a second time. I tell them thank you, second time. I also want to tell the Vice President, Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo, and the team, of course, Minister Bindede, will be go inaugurate we, so that we'll go start we work. And that day, me hit the ground running. Immediately after that, I engaged my minister. I say, this time around, Tonkolili district for be a beneficiary of the EU projects there. Because the first 5 years, we are served, first 5 years, will no benefit. But other districts there, about 8 or more districts, then benefit. So this time around, I the appeal to my minister, I the appeal to the EU for make them consider Tonkolili districts. Because we know the kind of money what they put. Where you get EU project, you safe. Very, very safe. Thank you. They talk about decentralization. We make it possible for the Adeya today. Now, one of the most progressive things what this country don't do for bring government to the people there. Now they own doorstep. Then they participate in decision making. Then they tell we what and waiting they want. That's not for possible if decentralization no be for day. But no thing or they will not get challenges. The devolution process where me two boss there, then HITPA. It not complete. 2-3 years ago, the vice president, he go on air and instructs the ministries there for make them devolve to council. As I speak, that not being happy. Some don't partially devolve, about 80%, like the Ministry of Agriculture, they don't try. Other ministers, them back, they don't try. But the Ministry of Lands, the work permits, they still hold on. I mean, the Ministry of Energy, same. The Ministry of Works, nothing. it's like you dey give me the cow, but you hold the rope. So I'm not going to do nothing with that cow there. But the good news is the Honorable Vice President, he been telling me, say, we'll go for sit-down on a round table and do frank talk on waiting we able to do and waiting we not able to do. Sunday, I can just sit down and laugh. You know, they can talk about we not get capacity. But now recruit the staff there. Now we cancels. We not the recruit. Me from I go there, 5 years ago. I not recruit no cost staff. Now they recruit there. And the funniest thing is, like the Honorable Minister and Mr. Bonafa, they will not college together. Like I didn't college together. The Honorable Minister, they work in a central government, he go get capacity. Then Mr. Bonafa, what they send na council and not get capacity. So that one day we'll get for look into that. Well, me they say if we not get capacity, we not capacitate we. So that means now the kind staff when they choose the best staff for this central, then the with local council. Because anyway, the plans them for Tonkolili district. Of course, me a result-oriented person. I believe in bending backwards for let I get within I able get for me districts. I engage anybody, be you SAPP, be you a donor partner, be you an MDA, I engage you. One day I work and I go na SLRA. Now I see one of the most the right project manager. Now I go to the secretary. I say I want to talk to the director. He say he get appointment. I say I not get appointment. I say well tell and say the chairperson of Tonkolili is he want engage her. He go tell her. He say I go inside. I go inside. I go to the door. I tell her I do. I say Mr. Director. I say you as the project manager of SLRA, what thing you get? Now you table for me district, for develop me districts. We sit down, we talk, he laugh. He say you're not interested in woman. I say not to make them put me for our head, make cancel. So of course, we don't do budget. In fact, now Thursday, then you go for we go do the presentation. All the devolved sectors, they don't give their own, but some of them. Of course, then call me, even though one not been in the country, then call me, we discuss. We plan for, do rehabilitation and construction of schools there. What I would always do, because we believe in education. Education, now the equalizer. We watch Donaya who come from different family backgrounds there. Me na bumu na born a village. What do you know today? Now because of education. Otherwise, the one that wedding at home will come up from affluent families, not then go be educated. But because myself, I get me a small education, not make we all then at this table here today. So we put premium on education. Likewise, health. Health is wealth. If you know well, you're not going to do nothing. Some of them ministers there, they are intertwined. You not go say this one is more important than the other. So you get for work with all the ministries, with all the devolved sectors there. Health sector. We also plan for rehabilitate and construct PHUs them. Then they plan for build markets and we rehabilitate markets there. I want to tell World Bank Boku thank you. What then give we some projects there with this accountable governance, a 5-year project. We just don't complete before we come out of office. We just don't complete the second oldest primary school na me districts na Makali. We don't refurbish that school if you see and the picking itself gladly. Then also the CHC na Mayapo na through this accountable governance, this World Bank projects. And now the plan is for rehabilitate the Maboka market. If you go under at 2 p.m. during the COVID, I go there for go distribute Denver Bokos there, and nearly collapse. The heat with the commander, they're so congested. So that's now in there on the pipeline right now, with also for rehabilitate some schools there. Of course, the construction of boreholes, sanitation is key. Water na life. Every year, we they do that. All the boreholes there, we will get now the districts, we they rehabilitate them. Feeder roads, of course, what you see, I don't begin so. Every month, I dey na RMFA for lobby for me districts, and for lobby for me districts for make them give we I mean money for let we able. For let we able make we feed our roads them. Of course, agriculture is key. Now we get this feed salon, so we put premium on that again. On source revenue now a problem, especially na Tonkolili districts, and my minister know that the worst this year now the worst, because what we know then na council. Where the team they go for ask the people there for make them pay them business and property rates, they say we not get cancelled. Which are man not they we cancel us, they're not they we know they pay. So when I come, they tell me, I say, well, since I just begin yesterday and I get for rush for Camp Freetown, I say, but when I go back, I say, trust me, the people there, then go pay. I say, because without funds, we're not going to do anything. Then here where I don't articulate so, I mean, they are all very, very ambitious. We need funding. Government self, they help, but as you say, resources are limited. We only don't get one allocation. We sit down and expect the next one. Me, I hate to be dependent on government, on anybody. Me, myself, I not depend on her. Me, a hard-working woman. I want for let I be independent. So likewise, any side way a day. Then I mean mantra. So let's stop here because of time. Thank you very much.
Yeah, well, I know say journalists are not elect for clap, but una be mean say this one, it deserves clapping. As a feminist, me Sidoya, while I listen to Madam Yabom Sise, it make her feel a lot of pride. It is show and inspire we girl picking within our house, young women with it, that women, including in the north, can be outstanding leaders and defend them, people them, and take on initiatives and do them very, very well. Congratulations for the work we don't do. But also as a Sierra Leonean, we are the listen to them. Just as a saloon person, we sit here. I feel proud of my country that we get women them, na Tonkolili, where they challenge the status quo. But we also talk about important things that we good for all man. It's a education and the equalizer. Very powerful statement. We now be listening to President Bio interview recently with Al Jazeera. I think the most inspiring thing we say in that interview, now when they ask her about education. So you see the same passion they run through the country. And now I just don't talk about how for embrace faith salon. I saw the country for work. I saw they take this country go before. We can do different political party, but we can't put the thing for people. Like I say, you go meet SLRA, RMFA, anybody, because we come to the people of Tonkolili and not discriminate. And I think say we'll go cabinet, I go tell Minister Oman Bangura say in chairperson, a very, very sober chairperson he gets. Well, right now we're open for questions. So we not get a lot of questions them online. The question that we don't already ask them for start this conversation. For can to the press, when put up on a hand, that get question. When I know the rules, normally, one question per person. I know some people don't like that. You name your institution and the question. You keep it short, and we take as many as possible. I don't see you. Number 1 at the back, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 5. Now remember how I call not so. So number 1, Yanda.
Yeah. My name na Mahmoud Silla from the Nature newspaper. Mr. Minister and Mr. Bonafa, I want to clarify if the CA or the chief administrator get the right for sack any individual at the council level.
What you mean any individual? You mean elected individual or?
Not the elected individual, staff.
Oh, staff, okay. Okay, let number 2 go. Thank you for that, my brother. Thank you for keeping it short. Number 2 now be this gentleman.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Jawara from IBP Logo Online Television. Yeah, my question to go to the Director of Decentralization. As we all know, last week the President launched the Field Salon project. What's in the office they try for do for CC, when I work hand in hand with the Ministry of Agriculture for CC, when I able to take some of them duties them upline, because this project is not get for do with the city, it get for do with the people and with the up country, because as we all know right now transportation very cost for. So how your office get for work with the Ministry of Agriculture for CC some of the things the way people can go on for do with Ministry of Agriculture, they will get easily in the up country.
Thank you. Number 3, yes. And that gentleman there.
Well, me, your name is Mohamed Dauda Kamara, the rights for Daily Scope newspaper. And I want to ask the Minister of Local Government, in talk about for review the Chieftaincy Act. I want to help me with Usai Pani Act them, what they want for review.
All right, so would that be the number 4? Now this gentleman here.
Thank you very much. Suleiman from Expo. May I get a question for Madam Chairperson from Tonkolili District? You talk about, say, like the Land Ministry and the Minister of Works, they're not agree for devolve with the council. I want to know if you don't engage your minister and what in the minister responsible for, because 5 years down the line, I think say a lot of things be done stranded along the process. Thank you.
And then number 5, gentleman there. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
My name is Lahai Jackson. I report for CTN. And in the presentation of the minister, he made mention of revenue mobilization. And one thing we can affect that particular sector today in terms of people paying tax to the council is because of the poor performance of some of the mayors or chairperson. And because if they don't get anything within the point at for saying that this we don't do as a mayor or as a chairperson, people will continue to refuse to pay their tax. So I want to ask the minister, what you don't put in place for ensure that not only paying the tax, but for make sure that the mayors and the council and the chairperson build something, go development at the localities.
Thank you so much. Great questions. We have 5 quick questions. We'll do a quick round. We get all chance for response to the question here, and then we come back until we get towards the end. So Sila say whether the CA then gets right for sack staff. Number 2, now be a direct question to DECSEC. Waiting you to do when they do for devolve Field Salon, and I know they work with the ministry for that. Dauda from Scope say, let you get into details of the Chieftaincy Acts, the reviews, part 7 and particularly change. And Suleiman asks you, Madam Chair, how you engage the Minister on decentralization, which I don't do on that. And then a very important question from Lahai about the poor performance sometimes of government officials. So thinking about the demand side of tax and how do you address that, but also how you address the supply side in terms of the performance and our responsibility. Starts with the Minister.
Yeah, thank you very much. I really want for the act, or you say the Chieftaincy Act with Part 1 review. Now everything. If you look at the Chieftaincy Act right now, the time we then developed that act in 2009, I believe say a lot of things are left out where they deal with the chieftaincy. It's the focus really now around elections. Election of paramount chiefs or replacement of paramount chiefs or that kind of thing. But now we want to look at holistically in line with the Local Government Act for bring chiefdoms and directly inside local governance for let them participate. So the huge work we'll go for do. In fact, we'll carry the Local Government Act of 2022 in Parliament nationwide. For we'll try for do that day. Madam District Chairman talked about the devolution process, but also I think they talk something about building permit. I just want to address that issue there now. For say Parliament don't take the building permit away from local councils. The reason for that is that a lot of laws that don't pass recently, one of them and then have set the Land Commission. And the Land Commission they get for be very decentralized all over, now the districts and all over. However, the local councils then get a critical role for play in the issuing of that. Then we go for form committees where the Land Commission, where the council get for be a key operative inside that committee. But the building permit issue there, we don't address that, and they don't go to Parliament with regards to that. The other one, whether CA get right for sack. In a normal situation, the CA, the administrative head of local council, complaints then go come directly to RAM. We obviously will share them with the political head of the council for let them try to do things better. I don't know the period where they ask about, where they say whether CA get right for sack. Of course, there will be processes where you get for undertake for letting ensure say discipline in the council. And we want for no say this past 4 or 5 months, the CAs were head of entity. Now the council. I don't want for particularly talk broadly say whether you get right or you don't get right. It will actually depend on the circumstance of the situation. And I believe say that nothing way I don't know if you say any CS administrators over around the country, whether they will just grab them and just go and tell people and say they don't want them at the council. I believe say that now issue we will look at them on an individual basis, but I don't want for answer. Just broadly say whether you get right or you don't get right. Lastly, the councils they will not they perform. Then we too they aim for do with them. Currently, we just did about for finish what you call the clock pass, comprehensive local council assessment document. Where that document then for actually assess local councils then performance. Once we done that, we will able for say how councils they actually